Hi, I'm Bob Rubart with the Oracle Technology Network, and my guest today is Joe Huang. Joe is responsible for outbound product marketing, or product management rather, with Oracle's mobile application development framework, otherwise known to you folks as ADF Mobile. How you doing today, Joe?
Pretty good. How are you, Bob?
Not bad. It's winter is setting in here in Northeast Ohio, so it's chilly and wet and miserable outside. So I'm glad I'm indoors. So. What's happening in the world of ADF Mobile? What sort of new juicy stuff do you have to report?
Sure. So there's a number of a couple of things that we're doing. I think a lot of you may have heard some of that during Oracle Open World. So part of it has to do with extending ADF Mobile capabilities, and some of the key capability we're adding. As you know, actually, this year we have released a few number of major and also minor releases, and we're keeping up the pace of basically adding more features every 2 or 3 months. But going down the pipeline, some of the new features we're working on, one is really around the ability to extend and expand the framework. So, for example, being able to use Cordova plugins to add the device extension capabilities or build custom components for ADF Mobile. The other thing that's really big for us is to continue work on improving user experiences for Android with some of the native look and feels and performance enhancements, as well as closely integrate with Oracle Identity Management and Access Manager. There's a product called Oracle Mobile and Social Access Manager that provides a lot of the device management capabilities. We have integration to that already, and we're adding a lot more integration advanced capabilities around mobile app management with that integration, as well as a tighter integration with application backends through a new product that's going to be announced pretty soon. Primarily around Oracle Mobile Platform, and this is something that is something that we have worked on, and I think it will be a major game changer in the area of enterprise mobility. It's really going to allow enterprise developers to use Oracle technology, and also allow Java developers to very quickly build these mobile applications.
So I suspect that some of this is going to find its way into your QCon presentation. You're one of the solutions track speakers at the upcoming QCon San Francisco event in November. So what's the topic of your presentation?
The topic is going to talk about is really focused on, as you know, there are millions of Java developers in the world, and one of the challenges for Java developers to develop applications on the smartphone devices. For example, on iOS, there's really no Java support, and Android has a kind of a special flavor of Java. So it's difficult for Java developers to leverage that skill set to build mobile applications. So the focus of the talk at QCon is really going to allow Java developers to very quickly build these mobile applications that runs on iOS and Android devices, and specifically just build a single application with a single code base that could be deployed to both platforms.
Interesting. Because I would imagine that all those Java developers want to jump on the mobile bandwagon. There's so much happening there.
Yes, exactly, and that's really where we see a great opportunity is to allow Java developers not having to, for example, having to learn Objective-C in order to build applications, especially for most of the developers in the enterprise space, right? Most of the developers are used to build Java and maintain Java E-based applications, which is consist of Java and HTML. So that's what we'll be talking about is, how does developer with Java and HTML background built a mobile application that runs on the device like a native application on iOS and Android using the development frameworks and tools that Oracle offers.
Interesting. I recently read a blog post. I don't remember the blogger's name, but it was kind of an opinion piece about
Hmm.
uh, uh, the native architecture, native mobile architecture, kind of saying that that was really the place to be in terms of mobile development going forward. How
Right.
does Oracle ADF play in terms of that? Does it allow Java developers to use those skills to then develop for native platforms?
Absolutely. So that's what ADF Mobile really does. It allows Java developers to build application that runs on a device, and in the format that what we typically call hybrid applications. Hybrid application actually means a lot of different things to different people. To us, it means that it's an application that runs on a device. It uses all the device native services like cameras and GPS, so it installs and runs like a native application. But the user interface is built using HTML5 based technology. So the user interface and a lot of the application artifacts can be portable between different platforms. So it tries to combine the best of both worlds. Native application in terms of leveraging native capabilities, but still be able to get cross-platform support using HTML5 user interface. And the important thing to remember here also is, although the user interface is based on HTML5, the user experience we deliver to end users is still device native user experience. This is not some generic HTML5 user interface. You know, when a user uses the application, they may be interacting with HTML5 based user interface, but the overall, what user sees is really, you won't be able to tell a difference between a native application and a hybrid application built using ADF Mobile.
All right, all right. Well, Joe, thanks for taking time to talk to me today. I know I imagine you're pretty excited to be involved in QCon. That show in San Francisco in particular has grown by leaps and bounds over the last several years, and they do a
Right.
really terrific job of presenting a lot of different tracks and presentations for application and solution architects. So we'll be looking forward to your participation in that event. So I've been talking with Joe Huang. He's a product manager with Oracle ADF Mobile. He's going to be one of 3 Oracle speakers, I believe, at QCon San Francisco coming up here. I believe it's November 11th. So if you're already registered for QCon, make a point to check out Joe's presentation. Joe, once again, thanks.
Thank you, Bob. Talk later.